Radio Texas Live Legends with Buddy Logan.
As an interviewer, guys, there are a few things more enjoyable than when an artist flips the tables on me. First of all, it's going to take a little bit of that legendary Texas swagger, what they call it, Texas swagger, because if it goes wrong, he's just wasting his fans' time, my time, the listeners' time, and that's time that could very well be spent promoting new music, upcoming shows, or whatever else the band has got cooking. But when it pays off, it's something special because it means your interviewee, the artist, cares and is engaged. Josh Abbott and the Josh Abbott Band are always engaged. And if anything, this interview from February 2013 shows that. And yes, we all know that Josh has a good amount of that legendary Texas swagger under his hat. I'm Buddy Logan, host of Radio Texas Live, and the band that came into my studio that winter day was hotter than Texas in August, but Josh and the boys were in no hurry to ram new music down my listeners' throats. For some perspective, their breakthrough She's Like Texas album was 3 years old at the time of this recording, and Small Town Family Dream was cementing them as the next great Texas music band. A quote, all right, here's what Steve Leggett of AllMusic.com had to say about Small Town Family Dream. Quote, Josh Abbott definitely fits into that wonderfully maverick line of Texas singers and songwriters that includes Steve Earle, Terry Allen, and so many others. He knows what he's doing. At this point, all he needs to do is stay out of Nashville and keep doing it. You laugh at that last line, right? I got to. For the most part, Josh has kept doing it, and he has stayed out of Nashville, but that's not to say he wasn't invited, nor that he hasn't been a critical player in the Nashville country music scene. Casey Musgraves, for example, had a breakout with Oh Tonight on a Josh Abbott Band album. And in this interview, we talk a lot about Casey and William Clark Green, another then up-and-coming act that Josh had done a lot of work with. In fact, both of them now refer to the other as their best friend. You could say that Josh does have an eye for spotting talent. A few years after this interview, Josh and a then independent artist named Carly Pierce would team up for a song called Wasn't That Drunk? To date, that is his highest charting Billboard airplay hit. And we all know what he did for Carly. Dolly Parton just invited her to join the Grand Ole Opry. Throughout his career, Josh has always been an advocate for other musicians during high times and low times. And there have been lows. Less than a year after this interview, he'd quite publicly come clean about his struggles with alcohol and infidelity that led to his first marriage coming to an end. It was a stunning fall, all told firsthand. Josh did it with astonishing candor and honesty. I can't say that his Front Row Seat album from 2015 is better than any of his other previous albums. That's for you to decide, but man, is it powerful. Since this interview, Josh has found new ways to become a dynamic singer, songwriter, and husband and father. Josh and his wife welcomed their second child last summer. The first time I met Josh, I'd been back in radio for a few months, like maybe 6 months. He stopped by in support of his then latest single, Good Night for Dancing, off his debut Scapegoat EP. And this was right about 4 months before She's Like Texas would be released and ultimately change his life. I'm telling you, it happens that fast. That night after our interview, we headed to the venue and Josh played for 75 people, maybe 100. There weren't a lot of people there. But a few months later, Josh was back on my show to talk about his then new project, She's Like Texas. And that night, I watched side stage as Josh played in front of a sold-out crowd. Over 1,000 people in a town he'd only been to once before were singing along to his songs. It's powerful music. Welcome to episode 2 of Radio Texas Live Legends. And yes, it is a continuation of episode 1 with Casey Musgraves. Both were recorded around the same time. And listening to both of them talk about each other, there's just so much respect between them. You can't help but cheer for them as individual artists, even if their careers have taken different paths. Episode 3 won't piggyback on this conversation like the first 2 have, but all 8 episodes from season 1 will focus on an artist's origin story and the men and women they were just before something seismic came and changed everything. This interview is fun. I think even in the way we play trivia, you learn a lot about the competitor Josh was 8 years ago, and still is. A real quick reminder to follow and share this podcast with a Texas and Red Dirt loving friend or family member, and give us a 5-star review on Apple if you like what you're hearing. To hear some of the best in Texas and Red Dirt music, check out my website, radiotexaslive.com. We're also streaming 24/7 through the life-changing Radio Texas Live mobile app. Not my words, a listener's words. You can also continue the conversation on Twitter or Instagram at Buddy Logan and share your favorite memory from a time before the Josh Abbott Band was a Radio Texas Live legend. It's Radio Texas Live. My name is Buddy Logan. Tonight in the studio, the Josh Abbott Band is here.
Oh,
Josh,
yeah.
Pete, Tone, and Austin. How you guys doing?
Are awesome. Oh, thank you.
Nobody, everyone ruins it. I mean, nobody knows it was actually you guys clapping for yourselves until you say something like that.
Hey, man.
Nobody knows.
You know, radio, they
It's the
cut
beauty
back
of
on
radio.
all the employees, so now there's not lots of people in here clapping.
Right.
Years
So we gotta do
ago,
it ourselves.
there was 20 people in here, you know.
Right, and we can't afford the sound effects either.
Nah, no.
Clapping machines are expensive these days. Well, Josh, you were here last week. You performed on our front porch for about 40 listeners or something, and you killed it, man. Everyone had a great time.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I tried to hit that high note in touch. And it was a little early in the day.
You broke your
I
voice
screwed
broke.
myself on that one. You know, like the minute some of my friends heard that song, they were like, "Dude, you got to sing that every night now, right?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, huh?" So you know,
Right.
some nights I get it, some I don't.
You warned everybody. Everyone knew you were going to give it your best shot, and you tried. You went for it.
I do.
And you failed.
I do
You failed that one time.
I do go for it because you know I don't want to be. I guess I got to watch what I say on the radio, but I don't want to be a sissy about it and, you know, not go for it. You know, hey,
Right.
just swing for the fences and you either hit a home run or you strike out.
And you struck out this time, but you do hit home runs too.
Come on, bro. I at least
Hey,
fouled it. I mean, I hit it. It just didn't go down the center.
Very cool. Josh Abbott hanging out tonight. We're going to play 5 questions and play some music of yours or of your choice coming up, all right?
Let's do it.
It's Radio Texas Live. My name is Buddy Logan. The Josh Abbott Band in the studio tonight. P-Tone and Austin and Josh all here. All right here. Why are you who are you booing? Them or you?
Me.
All right. Everyone's going to be booing here in a second when we do 5 questions and you guys miss every single one of these.
Nah, we'll get them.
You scared at all? You worried?
No.
P-Tone, Austin? No?
I'm
Nothing?
used to being wrong. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do this.
Now.
It's 5 questions with Josh Abbott. Josh, as you know, we always begin with world geography. Josh, you're from a small town northeast of Lubbock called Idalou. I graduated high school in a state called Idaho. What's the capital of Idaho?
Pocatello?
Are you serious? I'll give you one more shot. One more shot.
Oh. Is it Boise?
It is Boise, correct.
Well, I was going to say Boise, and I thought, wait a minute, it's not obvious, so I'll go Pocatello.
Boise, yeah.
Pocatello.
I'm
But it's Boise.
surprised you even knew what Pocatello was. I think it's the 3rd largest city in Idaho.
So my bad. I got it right,
No,
though.
it was impressive that you knew what Pocatello, I think. Here we go, number 2. Your very recent number 1 single, I'll Sing About Mine, was written by Adam Hood and can be found on your Small Town Family Dream album. Adam Hood wrote another song titled Front Porch Thang that's been covered by Little Big Town. Josh, what is the name of Little Big Town's album containing it?
Pontoon?
That's incorrect. Tornado.
Oh.
That was a good choice. That was a huge summertime
that's
hit.
the name of their current tour, isn't it? Tornado. Because Casey Musgraves is on that tour.
She is. She's killing
She's
it.
a little East Texas
We got to
girl.
talk about Casey coming up. We'll do that
All right.
coming up. Yes.
These are tough. How you going to ask me that question,
Dude,
bro?
come on, man.
You don't want to listen to that.
I know. Here we go. Time to play Name My Celebrity Crush. She was born in Jerusalem in 1981, Harvard educated, and has starred in movies including Star Wars 1, 2, 3, V for Vendetta, and Garden State. Josh Abbott Band, Name My Celebrity Crush.
Natalie Portman.
Ah, very good. There you go.
Natalie Portman.
That's mine too.
All right.
Dude, we're gonna have a
Dude, she's
fight
awesome,
over it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Star Wars. Like,
Oh yeah, I got you. You ask him a sports question, he's got it. If you ask a weird,
A Natalie Portman question.
we got it.
P-Tone's got Austin's on those two. Those guys got that.
I mean, she's okay.
oh my.
Natalie Portman's gorgeous.
I mean, she's pretty, yeah.
All right. We're through 3 questions. Let's cut it for now and we'll come back and get the last 2.
All
Cool?
right.
Josh Abbott Band in the studio tonight.
RTX Live with Buddy Logan.
Josh Abbott Band in the studio tonight. Josh, we're doing 5 questions. You've answered 3 of them, 2 of them incorrectly. Well,
What?
I gave you the first one because I gave you
Yeah,
a second.
yeah,
like second.
yeah.
So you got 2. You're 2 for 3 right
I'm
now.
2 out of 3.
We got 2 left. Here we go with number 4. Josh, girls love Josh Abbott music. You write many love songs that make for girls feel special and powerful all at the same time. Using that same formula, encourage every lady listening right now to love me and my show as much as they love you and your songs.
Ladies,
Come on, dude, you gotta do me proud.
this man is sensual. Ladies, this guy's tall. He's got a good smile. He's got big hands and a lonely heart.
That works. There we go. There you go. All right, Josh. Here we go. The final question. And 5 questions with Josh Abbott. Thank you for that. I'm going to put that in my reel.
Big hands and a lonely heart. Some girl just wants to scoop that up, buddy.
Here we go. Number 5. Do you watch many movies? You guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
P-Tone and Austin watch a lot of movies. Josh?
Yeah, I
Austin?
I watched Argo the other night.
I want to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
Freaking awesome.
I don't watch as many as I'd like. What was the last movie I watched in the theater?
How long?
8 months, probably.
8 months.
It's been a long time.
I'll go with Bond.
Bond, okay. We'll give you all a guess.
You have kids?
No kids.
Okay. Harry Potter? I don't know.
Harry Potter? Okay.
Man, I don't even know.
The Amazing Spider-Man was the last movie I saw. The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Last summer. Wasn't that great.
That was an awful movie.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But there you go. You guys, what, 3 for 5? Somewhere around there. Josh Abbott, we're going to talk some more. We're talking about Casey Musgraves. I think you want to play a William Clark Green song, and we'll also play your recent single, your recent number one. Josh Abbott in the studio tonight.
RTX Live with Buddy Logan.
Josh, you're upset I embarrassed you with 5 questions.
Yeah, I'm so upset.
You're very upset about this, and now you want to be the first to ever come back at me with some questions.
I got 5 for you.
You got 5 questions for me right now.
I haven't thought of them, but I'm going to do them on the fly. Ready?
Really? This is gonna be the most exciting.
This will be great. I'll try and vary them up like you just did.
And just so we know too, you asked me off the air what's the capital of Vermont, and I answered Mount Pelier.
And he got it. That's insane.
I knew that.
And it's one word. It's not two, actually. Montpelier or something like that. All right, let's see. We'll stick with geography. Question 1. What is the capital of Oregon?
Portland?
Salem.
Salem. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right, number 2.
Number 2. Sports.
All right, let's go.
In the 1992 NBA draft.
Oh, man. I don't follow drafts. All right, come on.
Christian Laettner was the only college player selected for the original Dream Team. What 2 players were drafted ahead of him in the draft?
I have no idea. Christian Laettner played for Duke, correct?
For Duke.
I know that. That's a little bit. He was basically the only white dude on the Dream Team. John Stockton.
No, Larry Bird was there.
Larry Bird, yeah. Larry Bird.
Chris Mullin.
Okay, all right. I was off.
Okay. What 2 people went ahead of him?
I already said I don't know.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, wow.
And Alonzo Mourning.
Impressive. That's an impressive... I need to double check that, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Number three.
Number 3.
I'm 0 for 2.
My favorite television movie series is Lonesome Dove.
Okay.
Woodrow Call was played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay.
In The Return to Lonesome Dove, who played his character?
I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched Lonesome Dove.
What?
Oh, man.
I know, dude. I know, right?
You freaking kidding me?
I'm thinking of the man from Snowy River. Is that the dude with the giant thing on his face? the giant mole on his face?
No.
Well, who is it?
John Voight.
Dude, you're making me look ridiculous. All right, I'm 0 for 4 now. Now I know how everyone feels when they come in here.
Yeah, I mean, your question, I'll give you this. Like, I was sitting here thinking, like, okay, I've done radio interviews across the country moderately, and this is one of the best 5-question segments I've ever done. It's very challenging.
Yes.
Yet it's close and reasonable enough that you should feel like you know the answer.
Exactly.
Except for your in the last movie I saw.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And it's entertaining, hopefully, to the people listening. Number 5. I'm 0 for 4.
Question 4.
Jeez.
You asked me... Oh, wait, hold on.
Did I ask you?
Cut that. Question 4. You asked me a question earlier about Little Big Town.
Yes, I did.
And we talked about Casey Musgraves being on tour with them.
Yes.
Casey Musgraves, of course, has her own song on the chart right now. She also had a song recorded by another East Texas girl named Miranda Lambert.
Yes.
What song?
Mama's Broken Heart.
Mama's Broken Heart.
I love that song. I've been playing that song for over a year.
There you go. That's a great song.
That's a great song.
Have you heard Casey's version?
Yes.
Solid.
Casey's
both versions.
They're both
solid.
great. Casey's amazing. We still got to talk about Casey. We'll do that coming up. Question number 5.
It will be easy.
Question number 5.
Question number 5. If you were to describe us to your national peers to encourage them to play us on the radio, what would you say?
To play the Josh Abbott Band?
Yeah.
National peers. My name is Buddy Logan. I've been playing Josh Abbott music now for 4 years on the radio. Every time I see them in concert, the girls go absolutely nuts. They're like the modern-day Texas equivalent to New Kids on the Block, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, One Direction, and Blink-182. For the ladies. Is that good? I don't know.
That's
good?
great.
Does that work for you? Perfect.
I'm sure you can polish it up when we leave.
Play the damn music.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
You can say something.
Two for 5. 2 for 5.
There you go.
All right. Josh Abbott hanging out tonight.
RTX Live with Buddy Logan.
Josh, your She's Like Texas album was huge for you.
It was, yeah, especially on the Texas level.
It did really well for you guys.
It
really
did.
took you to the next level in Texas,
It
and
did.
also set the stage for you on a national level, I believe.
Yeah, it really did. Mm-hmm.
Something that your She's Like Texas album had was Casey Musgraves.
Oh, beautiful. And she actually sang harmonies on our last record, too.
Oh, really?
Small Town Family Dream.
Okay.
We didn't do a duet, but she sang harmonies on about 4 tracks.
Me and her from the same area. I'm from Tyler. That's where the show originates. Casey's from right outside Tyler. She's a great friend of the show. How awesome is it for you that you were working with her in her last 2 albums, and now she's a ACM Female Vocalist of the Year nominee?
It's one of those deals where I've always seen it on the horizon. You know, sometimes you see it in people, and it doesn't matter if it takes them. I'm not going to lie. I think it happened a lot sooner than I thought it was, just because she's
fast.
so young.
Yeah.
I've always known that she was going to be amazing, and so when we recorded the "Oh Tonight" and I needed a girl counterpart, I just knew I wanted her. And even if she never made it, I was like, her voice is beautiful. We're friends. She's perfect for this song. But just to watch her grow as a songwriter and as an artist over the last few years has been amazing. Like, I truly believe she's going to be a trendsetter in country music for women.
You do realize she is the next generation. She's the heiress apparent for country music.
A lot of people call her the next Loretta Lynn.
She's going to be huge.
And I don't like to put labels out there like that, because I think she's just she's the Casey Musgraves. I think she's going to do such cool things for country music, especially for, the ladies, that it's going to really change the way a lot of females will approach country.
Very cool.
One of the things I noticed that was just so cool about her too is just as an overall musician, because a lot of times you'll have a singer that's like really good at being a lead singer or really good at being a harmony singer, and she can just do everything, like playing. Everything.
She does both.
She just is great at both sides.
She plays a little mando, doesn't she? She plays a little harmonica. She plays the guitar.
She played the banjo on Kimmel last week.
She plays the ganjo.
Ganjo.
Oh, ganjo. Oh, my
I
bad.
love Casey, but I'll call her out on that one.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, so what is it? A guitar that looks like a banjo?
It's basically it's a 6-string. It's a guitar, but with banjo strings and banjo head, basically. So that
it's like
if you know how to play the guitar, you can play the banjo.
She got me.
It's not. It's just its own instrument. But the reason we always give her heck for it is because Austin plays the banjo, and any real banjo player, just the sight of a ganjo, they just hate him.
Right.
But hey, Casey is super, super talented. I can't wait to see her win all these awards she's nominated for.
It's coming.
I can't wait to see her headlining tours. I can't wait for our band to open for her band on tour.
Very cool. Josh Abbott in the studio tonight. We got more coming up. We're going to play some William Clark Green still.
Yeah.
Josh, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah.
New album coming out soon.
Well, we'll see. We're going back in the studio in May. So I've been doing a lot of writing lately throughout the fall, and especially right now, just putting the hammer down. I've got a lot of really cool writes coming up. I'm writing with a lot of Texas guys, Wade Bowen, Corey, Jack. Ray Wiley and I have talked about writing together, Brandon Ryder, and then I'm going to write with some Nashville cats as well, and so I'm just really hoping to get a bunch of great songs. P-Tone's been writing a little bit, and so, we'll see. We'll go to record in May, and we'll release probably the first single from that in July or August, probably.
Very cool.
Yeah.
A song that you did co-write was Smile with Curtis Grimes.
Yeah, man.
And we debuted that song here before it was released to the radio back in July.
Because he's an East Texas
Yeah,
kid.
he's from right out here.
Gilmer, right?
Gilmer, correct.
Yeah.
We played that song probably 2 months before it was released to the radio. I told him it was going to be #1 in Texas. He said you said the same thing.
Yeah.
And we both were wrong, Josh. You and I,
What did it get to?
I think it went like 4 or 3.
Well, you know what? I told him also, don't worry about numbers, because if you're getting 1,400 spins a week, it doesn't matter if you're #1 or #6.
Yeah,
you're getting
people are hearing it.
1,400
Yeah,
spins a week,
exactly.
and people are hearing it. But I really thought it would go #1. I thought it'd be a good breakthrough song for him, and I think it was. I think a lot of girls really enjoyed that.
Definitely. Another person you did a duet with was William Clark Green. You sang on his album, and you guys did It's About... Oh, no, you guys sang Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, Catch Me If You Fall.
Catch Me If You Fall.
And Austin played in Will's band for about a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
He took a hiatus from our operation and played with Will for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then came back.
Very cool.
Me and Will are like really good friends, and obviously they are too, and we just love that kid to death.
Very cool. He's got a new song out. It's called It's About Time.
Love it.
Let's close it out with that.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. Josh Abbott, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Austin, P-Tone.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
Radio Texas Live Legends with Buddy Logan.
That's Josh Abbott and his bandmates, the Josh Abbott Band, and it is about time we wrap up this week's episode. As I mentioned, it'd be several years before they did release a new album, but they've been busy in recent years with albums including the horn-infused Until My Voice Goes Out, released in 2017, and the Highway Kind, that was released last year in 2020. Both of these projects are worth exploring front to back, and I've got to say one of Josh Abbott Band's greatest musical gifts, crafting a fully realized album. You don't see that much anymore. They're kind of old school like that. I'm Buddy Logan, and I hope you've enjoyed episode 2 of Radio Texas Live Legends, a part of the Town Square Media Podcast Network. This episode was written and produced by Billy Dukes with help from my friends at Taste of Country and The Boot, including Amanda Hensel and Angela Stefano. You can listen to Radio Texas Live 24/7 at radiotexaslive.com, and be sure to download the Radio Texas Live mobile app. And you can catch me spinning the best Texas and Red Dirt every Saturday night on 17 great radio stations across the U.S. Follow this show on Apple or Spotify, and I can't lie, I love a good rating and a positive review. All right, episode 3, it will focus on another great Texas artist. Cody Johnson was a legit headliner before he signed an agreement with Warner Music Nashville, but Cody fought, and Cody ultimately was able to maintain full control of his art and his music. Was he that confident before that big break came? We'll find out next week during episode 3 of Radio Texas Live Legends.